These are a 72 cylinder for plant starting. And if you don't want to do it this way, you can buy the complete set through Burpee. You just place in there. I do it this side up. This side's real smooth, so you do it that side up. If you don't, then it doesn't rise as good. So you fill each one of these cylinders with this. I save these from year after year, so that's how I have them.
With the containers?
Yes. But you have to make sure you sanitize them, and you have to wash them in detergent and then use the bleach mix to sanitize, just to prevent disease, because you don't want your plants getting a disease.
Just like you do with like a regular greenhouse.
Exactly. You're so smart, Rustler. Us master gardeners like to be as cheap as we can possibly be, so we get an old gallon of an old milk gallon, and I use this to mix my mix. And as you can see, it's got algae. It really looks nasty. I need to get a new one. Some of this is just any kind of fertilizer, and you really don't need a lot. You actually want only 1/4 the normal
Dosage.
yeah, because you just want to weaken it out. And then I use this. It's called Actinovate. I get that.
It's a fungicide.
Yeah, it's organic fungicide, and I add that to my water to keep it from damping off. Damping off looks like somebody put a cigarette down on your newly seedling. So I just take a little bit of water at a time, and I just start going like this. One of them evenly distributed with moisture so that you can lay the seed on top. And then what I do is I look in here, and I don't want it to be any higher than half of the tray, because bottom watering is the best.
So the soil absorbs it from the bottom?
And it causes your plant to get stronger too, because it causes the plant root to go toward the bottom, and that makes for a stronger, healthier plant. So that's my thing. I like bottom watering. That's what they call it. So then when you're adding water to it, as your plants start growing, I pull it out here, and I put it right into the container like this. But what some master gardeners do is they just cut out one of these things, they lose one of these things and just pour it directly in there, and then you can see the height of the water. I just tilt it and look in there. So you basically want to get them where the water is evenly distributed, and then it's nice and moist, not soaking, but moist. Now it's time for your.
So what are we planting here?
Ooh, look at this. This is marigold. So I got this from Park Seed. So I'm just going to open it up. Get these seeds. Make sure I got my money's worth out of there. Make sure I got them all. All right, see, there's one seed left in there. Okay, so this is $4 worth marigold seeds. All right. This is my seeds from last year. What I do is I just take the heads of the flowers off, and I put them in a cool way, and I'll use, here's all your seeds right here. There's probably $1 million worth of Park Seed money right here. But this is actually a different variety. This is kind of an orange seed. It's called Mumsy Orange, and these are like my normal yellow. So I wanted orange this year, that's why I got that. So I'm going to be planting some of last year's flower and this new Mumsy Orange. So what I do is I get my tweezers, and I just take it and I start putting them in. So I'm putting one seed.
What are you doing? Just pushing it just below the surface?
Yeah.
And then do you have to cover it up or anything?
No, I don't. And then if it's a tiny seed, I just leave it on top. Because you're supposed to plant it like double the size of the seed. The dark side down, you'll see. It goes in real nice. It goes in straight.
Like a
If you
spear.
try to put it in
Like a
with
dart.
yes. And this is just the fringe. So the fringe won't go in as good.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how many do you plant in each cell?
If I bought the seed, which I did, from Park Seed or Burpee, I've only put one in because their germination rate in order to sell it has, for the state of Delaware anyway, has to be 80%. That means for every 10 seeds, 8 of them have to germinate. Not if it's 7, they can't sell. These seeds, when I go to do my seeds, I don't have any specifications on germination, so I'll put 2 seeds in.
Okay.
And my
Makes
seeds
sense.
end up working just as good as their seeds. Except I do use 2. And sometimes 2 comes through.
But yours are a lot cheaper than mine.
Mine are free. I think the hardest part of doing this is remember where you left off. All right, so now I'm going over here. I wanted to show you this because I just showed you the package. I didn't see this is what we just planted. Marigold Mumsy Orange. Isn't that beautiful? It's this, but it's orange. I can't wait.
All right, so now we got all the seeds planted. What do we do next?
So the last thing I do is I take a Sharpie because it doesn't rub off, and then I write on these little things what it is, and I do each row. Okay, so I'm gonna go Mumsy, Mag, and then I'm gonna put one in each row. So this whole row is that right there.
Wow. You got plants in here. All right.
There you go, and I'm just gonna put it here underneath the light. All right.
What kind of light you got here?
I got no clue. Hey, look, I was really just waiting for you.
All right. So another option is do up your labels before you plant them and kind of use it as a guide as to what to plant where.
I never do. I was just really waiting for you.
Okay, I'm back. Where I was looking up about the lights. Basically what I did down in the basement, I just took, we use Metro shelving, but you can use any kind of shelving. And you get just some basic utility or shop lights. They're like the 4-foot lamps with dual bulb. And I put 2 bulbs on each shelf, or 2 fixtures on each shelf.
Oh
And
my
I
God,
use-
Wrestler, look how little these
So
things
anyways,
are.
these lights, they're Sylvania sun sticks. And the whole thing about them is, in terms of just trying to grow plants inside, as long as you're not wanting them to flower inside, you want to go with a 5000K spectrum light, which is the Sylvania sun stick. So that's the lights. That's as simple as it is. And then you hook up some, and I actually put on a timer because you don't want the lights to be on 24 hours a day. You want to have some darkness just like in the real world. So you put a timer on it so it's off for, I think I have 18 hours on and 6 hours off is what I have. So you want to maximize
Oh my goodness, look at this.
the light
This
time.
is salvia, but look at how tiny those seeds are. Anyway, I got a toothpick and I lick it. So it grabs the seed.
Could you also like take it and dip it in water if you don't want to be licking toothpicks?
Actually, if you do that, then it drips waters, and then it drips water in there.
Oh, that's a good one. So
so-
you want to lick it?
So I prefer to lick it
Okay.
myself, but after the first time, it usually stays wet. So then you can kind of do that. See how it sticks to it? And then
No,
you
you're
just,
moving way too fast for me.
well, you know, I got a job to do. I don't have time for you to take pictures.
All right, just kind of stick it and then like just raise it up for me.
There. See it?
I do.
All right.
Awesome. So basically, do you have to lick it every time, or
No,
can you
I
just
lick it just
it
the
once?
one time to get it wet.